Welcome back to the channel. This is Gillis TV here right on Clemhawks, and today, folks, we got some major news in the MLB. But before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, and turn those notifications on. And thank you guys for all the support. Sorry about my voice the last little bit. I am sick. It's not COVID, thank God, but I am under the weather, but I'm still trying to get these videos out. Like I said, we got some major developing news that this guy on the mound right here for the New York Mets is more than likely heading to the Texas Rangers via free agency. There is mutual interest, and it has been reported by Jon Heyman of the MLB Network that Jacob DeGrom has reached out to the Rangers, expressing interest in signing with them. This is huge for the Rangers, coming off of a season where there was high expectations after signing Seager and Simeon last offseason. There was high expectations for this group, and it's to be said they did that trade for Jake Oradizzi yesterday, that they are in the market for the top end pitchers. They have been in the market for pitchers the last little bit, but this year they see the right fit for a lot of pitchers coming to the Texas Rangers. Now, on the Mets side, losing DeGrom is a huge hit. What are they going to do? There are Carlos Rodon, there is the Justin Verlander that are opting free agencies or their contracts expired. There is pitchers like Noah Syndergaard that could help the Mets. But we're going to go take this a long way and go, maybe do they start rebuilding? Maybe it's the Aaron Judge effect where they can't have DeGrom or Brandon Nemo, in that matter, who's opted for free agency, to try and get Aaron Judge. Now, I'll read you, this is from Jon Heyman and The Score. I'll read you everything here. Right-hander Jacob DeGrom informed the Texas Rangers that he's interested in signing with the team in free agency, according to Jon Heyman. The pitcher is expected to seek a pact with an average annual value of $40 million plus per Jon Heyman. The four-time All-Star is arguably the top starting pitcher available and on the open market after opting out of his deal with the New York Mets. The Rangers are reportedly expected to pursue all of the top pitching targets in free agency. The club has already acquired veteran right-hander Jake Odorizzi in a trade with the Atlanta Braves on Wednesday. Texas has also reached out to Carlos Rodon and Japanese superstar Kodai Senga, sources told John Morozo of the MLB Network. The 34-year-old DeGrom owns a career 2.52 ERA with a 0.99 WHIP and a 10.9 Ks over 9 years with the Mets. However, the two-time Cy Young winner has been limited and combined 156 and a third innings over the last two seasons because of injuries. Landing a pitcher like DeGrom could go a long way towards helping the Rangers pitching staff that amazed the sixth worst WAR in baseball last season. Texas finished with a 68 and 94 record after spending $5 million last season on positional players Marcus Semien and Corey Seager. So this is huge for guys like Marcus Semien and Corey Seager, where they came in hoping to have repeats of the Cy Young caliber or MVP caliber season that Marcus Semien had with the Blue Jays. Corey Seager having that phenomenal year before coming to the Rangers, and arguably they didn't really produce at all. But adding a guy like Jacob DeGrom, adding a guy like Kodai Senga, which I actually did a video probably in August about him. He is one of the best pitchers in Japanese. He is 39 or 31 years old though. But hey, he could probably come into the MLB and produce. and a guy like Carlos Rendon. And I agree with the report that Jacob DeGrom's the best pitcher out there. But if you can snag Jacob DeGrom, the Mets aren't in a bad position to sign Justin Verlander for a few years. Noah Syndergaard. There is Trevor Bauer, who's suspended, I believe, one more year, if I'm not mistaken. Clayton Kershaw's on that list. This is a top-heavy starting pitcher free agency. There are going to be a lot of moves. I expect the Mets to be in on that. The Mets are reportedly in on Aaron Judge, too. That will probably set the template of how much Jacob DeGrom kind of gets. In a sense, they are a position pitcher, but if Aaron Judge gets 40 million, there's no doubt in my mind Jacob DeGrom gets 37, 40 million as well. So there's that. Now, on the other hand, can the Mets go out and try and keep DeGrom after him opting out? And I don't believe there is a mutual agreement there. I think DeGrom wants to go start somewhere else. It is what it is. Now, looking at DeGrom's stats here, let me just pull that up. As last year he went 5-4, year before 7-2, he was an All-Star. He had a 3.08 ERA with the Mets last season. Year before 1.8. He's a 2.52 career ERA for the Mets. He pitched 64 and 1/3 innings, giving up 40 hits, 22 runs, 22 earned runs, 9 home runs, and 8 base on balls. So that is huge. If you're the Texas Rangers, that record you had last year of 68 and 94, or whatever it was, you need a guy like DeGrom to come in, give you. DeGrom's capable of 15 wins. If he could go 15-6, well, all of a sudden your record's better than it was last year, and so on and so forth. Now, on the other hand, for the Mets, like I said, this could be the time they start rebuilding. Do we see a Francisco Lindor trade out of this? Do we see them go in all on Brandon Nimmo, who arguably is a really good player? He is young, he is fast, he can hit, he can field. It's a really good option for them. Now, like I said, this should probably be the start of a rebuild for the New York Mets. As you just lost your ace, that's been your ace for the last 9+ years, and now you're stuck with an average starting pitcher or starting pitching core. You need to go out and do something. Do you rebuild, go out and get a younger guy for pitching that might be able to help you out, as we see the Mets hit a home run here? But I'm just starting to ramble on here. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I'll catch you on the next one.